Breakups are hard. But no one ever tells you how dangerous they can be, not just emotionally, but physically. I thought the worst part of losing him would be the loneliness. I never expected it to turn into a nightmare that would have me checking every shadow outside my window. It had been about a month since my breakup, 2 years gone in a single, quiet conversation. No screaming. No betrayal. Just two people realizing they were no longer right for each other. We cried, hugged, and went our separate ways. But the absence hit me harder than I expected. Some days, it felt like grief. Others, like withdrawal. Every corner of my apartment reminded me of him. Especially the pool cue rack in the hallway. We used to play at this dingy little bar downtown, cracked tables, dim lights, sticky floors. But it was our thing. We didn't care that it was run down. We loved it for that. So one Thursday night, after another silent dinner alone, I decided I needed to get out. No friends were free, but I didn't care. I missed the click of pool balls and the smell of cheap beer. I missed feeling like myself again. The bar hadn't changed. The same two bartenders. Same old jukebox playing the same sad country songs. I grabbed a drink, picked up a cue, and started casually hitting balls alone. About 20 minutes in, a guy approached me. Mid-20s, stubble, flannel shirt, decent smile. He asked if I wanted to play around. I hesitated. Something about going solo into a game with a stranger made me nervous, but then again, that's how you meet people, right? We played. He was all right. Not great, but not terrible. We chatted in between shots. He asked questions, normal ones at first. Where I worked. If I came here often. Then a little more personal. If I was single. Why I was alone. I dodged the deeper questions, but didn't feel unsafe. Just watched. He bought me a second drink. Then a third. I only sipped them. I didn't trust free drinks from strangers, and I wasn't about to get tipsy around someone I barely knew. After the fourth round of pool, he leaned in and asked if I wanted to go back to his place. I gave a polite laugh and said, I don't do one-night Wednesdays. He laughed too, but something changed in his eyes. The charm dropped. His jaw tensed. He muttered something under his breath and walked off to the bar. I figured that was it. I packed up my things, left a tip, and called an Uber. I was halfway home before I realized I never checked my phone since leaving the bar. When I finally did, a notification popped up that made my stomach drop. AirTag detected near you. This item has been moving with you for a while. At first, I didn't believe it. My hands started trembling as I opened my bag and tore through the contents. Makeup pouch. Phone charger. Wallet. And then, something cold and hard. A small, circular disc I'd never seen before. He tagged me. My breath caught in my throat. I was nearly home. He knew where I lived, maybe not the exact number, but close enough. I panicked. Still in the back seat of the Uber, I begged the driver to take a few extra turns around the block before dropping me off. Please. I think someone's following me, I said. He didn't ask questions, just nodded and kept driving. When I finally got home, I smashed the AirTag on the pavement until it broke open. I ran inside, locked the doors, and shut all the blinds. My body was still trembling when I reached my bedroom. I couldn't sleep. I didn't even change out of my clothes. Around 2 a.m., I peeked out through the blinds. There it was. An old black SUV, maybe a Lincoln or Jeep, rolling slowly down my street. My heart sank. I ducked down, barely breathing. It passed once. Then again, from the other direction. The third time, it stopped, right in front of my house. I held my breath. The engine idled. A shadow shifted inside the driver's seat. The window rolled down halfway. I saw a hand, holding something that glinted under the streetlight. A knife? I couldn't be sure. I couldn't even scream. I was frozen. My hands were sweating, even though my body felt ice cold. Then, just as slowly as it had arrived, the SUV drove away. I sat there for over an hour, paralyzed. I couldn't bring myself to call the police. What would I say? I had no license plate. No solid proof. Just fear. Deep, gnawing fear that clawed at the inside of my ribs. The next morning, I told my older brother everything. He was furious I hadn't called anyone. He installed cameras all around the house that same day and told me to keep the doors locked, always. I haven't been back to that bar since. For days, I flinched at every passing car. Every knock at the door sent my heart racing. Every time I stepped outside, I scanned the street before opening the door. I started parking my car blocks away just in case. I also learned something horrifying: this kind of thing isn't rare anymore. I found entire threads of women online sharing similar stories, bars, dates, clubs, and all of them ended the same way. With a stranger using an AirTag to follow them home. I reported the incident to Apple, and I filed a police report, late, but I did it. Still, without a plate number or name, they couldn't do much. Just advised me to stay aware and report anything suspicious immediately. It's been 3 weeks since then. No more AirTag alerts. No more cars. But last night, I got a call from an unknown number. When I answered, there was no voice on the other end. Just breathing. Deep. Slow. Breathing. Then the call disconnected. Now I sleep with my phone on Do Not Disturb. I've stopped going out alone. I've even changed where I shop and what route I take to work. I don't know if he's still out there. I don't know if he ever left. But I do know one thing. It wasn't just a night out. It was a trap. And I walked straight into it. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button. It helps more people find it. Got a similar creepy experience or a story that kept you up at night? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. And if you're into real horror stories just like this, don't forget to subscribe. There's more waiting in the dark.